be sincere and to be of enough service to them. May Allah not let us to do an action or say a word or do anything that will cause us to be removed from their hearts. May Allah accept our tawbah for the sake of His beloved Prophet ﷺ, and for the sake of our Shaykh. May He have mercy on us for their sake. May He forgive us for their sake. May He free us from hellfire for their sake. Ya Rabbi, don't leave us alone in this life, or in the grave, or on Judgment Day. Let us stay in the sohbat of the ones you love in this life, so we may stay in their sohbat in Akhirat. Amin. 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 Astaghfirullah. 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 Lazim. Lazim. La ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة سبحان قدوس ربنا سبحان قدوس ربنا رب إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. قام الصلاة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يونس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أيوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوسف عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعيب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إسماعيل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا داود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا سليمان عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا زكريا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أرميا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعياء عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد نبيك عدد ما خلقته من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدحية والجبال مرسية والبحار مجرأة والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب مستنيرة. كنت حيث كنت لا يعلم أحد حيث كنت إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء عرشك، وصل على سيدنا محمد زينة عرشك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما أنت خالق فيهن إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة قطرت من سماواتك إلى أرضك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يسبحك ويهللك ويكبرك ويعظمك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل نسمة خلقتها فيهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرياح الذارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت عليه الرياح وحركته من الأغصان والأشجار والأوراق والثمار وجميع ما خلقت على أرضك وما بين سماواتك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد نجوم السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 بحارك مما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه فيها إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ملء 7 بحارك، وصل على سيدنا محمد زنة 7 بحارك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أمواج بحارك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مستقر الأرضين وسهلها وجبالها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد اضطراب المياه العذبة والملحة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقته على جديد أرضك في مستقر الأرضين شرقها وغربها سهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وطريقها وعامرها وغامرها إلى سائر ما خلقته عليها وما فيها ومدر وحجر من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي عدد نبات الأرض من قبلتها وشرقها وغربها وسهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وأشجارها وثمارها وأوراقها وزروعها وجميع ما يخرج من نباتها وبركاتها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس والشياطين وما أنت خالقه منهم إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شعرة في أبدانهم وفي وجوههم وعلى رؤوسهم منذ خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خفقان الطير وطيران الجن والشياطين من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل بهيمة خلقتها على جديد أرضك من صغير أو كبير في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها من إنسها وجنها ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خطاهم على وجه الأرض من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يصلي عليه وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شيء. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد في الليل إذا يغشى وصل على سيدنا محمد في النهار إذا تجلى وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرة والأولى وصل على سيدنا محمد شابا زكيا وصل على سيدنا محمد كهلا مرضيا وصل على سيدنا محمد منذ كان في المهد صبيا وصل على سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى من الصلاة شيء. اللهم وأعط سيدنا محمدا المقام المحمود الذي وعدته الذي إذا قال صدقته وإذا سأل أعطيته. اللهم وأعظم برهانه وشرف بنيانه وأبلج حجته وبين فضيلته. اللهم وتقبل شفاعته في أمته واستعملنا بسنته وتوفنا على ملته واحشرنا في زمرته وتحت لوائه واجعلنا من رفقائه وأوردنا حوضه واسقنا بكأسه وانفعنا بمحبته اللهم آمين. وأسألك بأسمائك التي دعوتك بها أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عدد ما وصفت ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت أن ترحمني وتتوب علي وتعافيني من جميع البلاء والبلوى وأن تغفر لي وترحم المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات وأن تغفر لعبدك المذنب الخاطئ الضعيف وأن تتوب عليه إنك غفور رحيم. اللهم آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم إني أسألك بحق ما حمل كرسيك من عظمتك وقدرتك وجلالك وبهائك وسلطانك، وبحق اسمك المخزون المكنون الذي سميت به نفسك وأنزلته في كتابك واستأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك. وأسألك باسمك الذي إذا دعيت به أجبت وإذا سئلت به أعطيت. وأسألك باسمك الذي وضعته على الليل فأظلم، وعلى النهار فاستنار، وعلى السماوات فاستقلت، وعلى الأرض فاستقرت، وعلى الجبال فرست، وعلى الصعبة فذلت، وعلى ماء السماء فسكبت، وعلى ماء السحاب فأمطرت. وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا محمد نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا آدم نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به أنبياؤك ورسلك وملائكتك المقربون صلى الله عليهم أجمعين. وأسألك بما سألك به أهل طاعتك أجمعين، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مطحية والجبال مرسية والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب منيرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أحصاه اللوح المحفوظ من علمك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في أم الكتاب عندك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء ما أنت خالقه من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد صفوف الملائكة وتسبيحهم وتقديسهم وتحميدهم وتمجيدهم وتكبيرهم وتهليلهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية والرياح الزارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة تقطر من سماواتك إلى أرضك وما تقطر إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت الرياح وعدد ما تحركت الأشجار والأوراق والزروع وجميع ما خلقت في قرار الحفظ من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد النجوم في السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في بحارك السبعة مما لا يعلم يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم وألحاظهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد طيران الجن والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الطيور والهوام وعدد الوحوش والآكام في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الأحياء والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد من يمشي على رجلين ومن يمشي على أربع من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من الجن والإنس والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما يجب أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما ينبغي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى شيء من الصلاة عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم
people's minds for thousands of years. Some take the easy way. Actually, everyone takes the easy way. What is the easy way? Astaghfirullah. And that's it. Astaghfirullah. Then that's it. Then they go back to their bad behavior, wrong behavior. Or they don't like it. The ego says, you cannot just say. You have to hit yourself. You have to feel pain. So they take whips and they will hit themselves when they do something wrong. Then when you do that, because shaitan is whispering to you to do that, so now you start enjoying the pain also. So that becomes sick also. Then you do wrong things, and then you whip yourself, and then you continue cycle. In the khutbah, the story that we are concentrating on, one of the stories, is a story of, listen carefully, don't imagine things. Does he understand? He doesn't understand. He should sit over there, translate. Go, hadi. Move quickly. This concerns everyone. Concerns me, concerns you, everyone here. The story that is in the khutbah, one of the stories that is important there, is the story of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. He was a prophet. He was sent to his people. His people were very stubborn. They didn't listen they curse at him, they want to kill him, they hurt him, until he decides just to take a break. You think his heart is not broken for his people? You think he doesn't feel like a failure in front of Allah? He is human, flesh and blood. The prophets are like us. But in Islam, we're looking at all these prophets. They are perfect human beings. Even the things that they are doing that may seem wrong, it is to teach all of humanity a lesson. They are the most beloved ones. They are not like other religions. They look at all these prophets, they say all these are all very flawed, very broken, how you say flawed? Have very bad, wrong qualities about them. That they say, these are just historical figures, they're not really prophets. There is no religion except in Islam that gives proper respect to Allah, to His prophets, to everything in creation. Look and see. Research, find out for yourself. They say we belong to the nation of prophets, but they're running to kill their prophets, and they did. They say we belong to the nation of prophets, but they are still cursing at their own prophets. And their own prophets, the way that they are putting there in their own books that they change, look to be so dirty and so wrong. Hasha, astaghfirullah. But not in Islam. It came to correct things. Tell people, do you remember? You don't remember? This is how it is. So Yunus alayhi salam, he walked away just to take a break a little bit, but understand what went through in his mind, in his heart. His people that he is crying out, sacrificing himself, they're not listening. His family is not listening. But he has this heavy responsibility. And is he winning? No. He's losing. How you feel if Shaykh Effendi give you a job to do and you fail at that job? And this one is Allah giving him. And he says, I just want to take a break. He walked away for a little bit. And he went into that ship. And the people recognized that he's a holy person too. That when the storm came and they threw everything out, and they decided to pick straws. 3 times he got him, because they didn't say, you cannot, you are Mubarak one, you cannot. But he says, no, I have to. He went out, he jumped into the sea, and the fish swallowed him. 40 days and 40 nights. He's staying there in the belly of that fish. I like the way Shaykh Effendi said, everything he's saying is so much in there. He was burning inside. He was in the acid of the stomach acid of the fish. And he was saying, La ilaha illa anta. La ilaha illa. No ilah, no Allah, no God except you. Glory be to you. I am one of those who oppress myself. I am one of the cruel ones to myself. Did he blame his people? Did he blame his people? No. He could. So many of us, when we get into trouble, we blame other people. First thing we do. Or so many people, they get into depression because everything they blame Allah. Did he blame? Hasha. He could have said, I tried all my life. They didn't listen to me. I just want to take a break. Why are you punishing me? So many Muslims, they are doing that, saying that. Muslims are saying that. You know what Muslims are complaining about? When they want something and Allah doesn't give. Everything else they have. They want something. Allah is not giving it to them. They start complaining. Their faith starts shaking too. And this is a prophet. And these prophets, we are supposed to follow them. These are our examples. And Allah is saying, follow the prophets. Don't follow your own ego, your own understanding. And this prophet, he did not blame anyone. He says, I am the one who oppressed myself. After 40 days and 40 nights, long time. Not 3 days, not 7 days. Allah could just, but didn't. Long time. And that came from his heart, that dua. And the fish spit him out. Those dolphins help him back to shore so that he doesn't drown. That's why in Islam, one of the main reasons it is forbidden for us to eat that fish. They call that the Yunus fish. It's forbidden. And then he cured, he got better, and he went back to his people. And he continued. So now this forgiveness that we are talking about, people taking extremes. They hate themselves or they don't care. You are saying it's very difficult to reach to the forgiveness of Allah. It is not difficult to reach to the forgiveness of Allah. Allah's forgiveness, it is infinite. It is endless. Like I said yesterday, that door to let the forgiveness to come in. What are the things that blocks you? How are you blocking your heart from that forgiveness? Your arrogance, yeah. That will block everything. And what is that forgiveness for? That story is saying, what is that forgiveness for? Did it say, forgive me? And understand this. Allah forgave him, yes, after he was punished. How many of us, we did so many wrong things, and we ask for forgiveness, and no punishment comes to us? Every day. Every day. But that prophet was punished, then Allah forgave him. And when Allah forgave him, what did he do? Did he go back to doing the things that he wanted to do, like so many of us? He ran to do what? That service, that work, that mission that he's supposed to do. So now, finding your work and finding your mission in your life, that is key. Because without that, there is no purpose in your life. There is no meaning in your life. You think the purpose and the meaning of your life? Go to school, get a good degree, get a good job, get married, have kids, eat and use the toilet, fill it up, and then to die, that is the purpose? Or to enjoy this life, this is the purpose? Then think again. Because all those things, the whole world is saying it is, but the whole world is suffering because of it. And people are finding emptiness because of it. This is how they confuse people in the Akhir Zaman. On the one hand, they say, enjoy yourself. On the other hand, they say, you enjoy yourself, there is no purpose, there is no meaning. Yes? Same song will say, there's no meaning in this life, so I must enjoy myself more. But more I enjoy, more no meaning it is. But enjoy yourself. You understand how it goes around and around? Because there is no way out. Because the meaning of our life comes from the creator of our lives. And the meaning of your life comes from following the prophet that he sends to you. And the meaning of your life, deeper meaning, comes then from the Waris and from the Shaykhs and the inheritors that inherit those prophets. Then you know, I thought it's just to go to work and come back home and just raise a family, but everyone is doing that. What we're trying to make here, we are restarting the empire from the roots. What is that? It's not to dress up, it's not to say this or that. Of course we do so many wrong things. Of course we are so weak ones. Of course we continue to do wrong things, but those are our guiding principles. And are we saying that we are? No, we're saying we're very far away from them. We love them, but we try to be like them. And what is that? First, you cannot look at color from each other. You cannot. You cannot look at class from each other. You cannot look at nationality. Because everyone here like this or like that, you say we are here for the sake of Allah, no? Good. So now, not only you cannot look, but you have to say, I must love that one. I must love that one. I must love each other. Maybe this one for a time I must put some barricade, but later on I must put aside that barricade, continue to love. We must take care of each other. We cannot do as we like. So if you don't have a purpose, if you don't go back to that purpose, if you don't go back to that work, then that forgiveness is also like, you understand? And if you have a work, let's say, that's why people want to go to extremes. Let's say, Bilal, now you're taking care of the animals, okay? You're taking care of the animals. Good. And then you do something wrong, and you decide to punish yourself. So you punish yourself, and you don't come for work 1 week because you so punish yourself, right? But you say, why are you not coming? I feel so guilty. I did wrong things. I must stay home and punish myself. But everything else is suffering because you're supposed to take care of them. Which one is easy to do? That is easy to do. That is easy to do. But when you have a work, you're going to say, Alhamdulillah for this work, because if I don't have this work, I'll go crazy. How can I redeem myself? You do something wrong, you say, Astaghfirullah, but that work now you say, I must do this work better. This is what Allah is going to look at to forgive me better. Through the work, the service that I'm doing. Maybe my astaghfirullah is not going to help so much, but because of the work that I'm doing to the animals, to the people, to the world, and because of what I'm doing there, good, Allah will forgive. Did Shaykh Efendi ever concentrate on us? This is how you make tawbah, you have to hit yourself, you have to punish yourself. No. If anything, he doesn't really talk about it. He's saying, don't follow your ego. And he says, yes, that time you must punish yourself. How you punish yourself? Sit, pull some tasbih a little bit, get up, and do work. Because the ego doesn't want that. The ego says, oh, I do something wrong, I have to stay in my room all day long. Man and woman, young and old. Why are you doing that? I'm very mad at myself. New style, following. I'm very mad at myself. I have to sort some things out. MashaAllah. Go to the barn. Go sort things out. Go dig all that shit. Then you're going to see. And say to yourself, I'm dirty like that. I do the wrong thing, this is it. Or clean the toilet. Do something. That is better. Allah's mercy is infinite. It is everywhere, but we have to open the door. When you're running outside of your feelings of emotion, of guilt, of this, and you step on that and you help others, you become useful, that is more beloved to Allah. You will feel that coming too. That forgiveness coming. You understand? So, one work that we are doing that is so important anyway. Alhamdulillah, we have some work. But Allah is not looking at the work which is big or small, okay? He looks at the work that is sincere. The work that is sincere. You feel very bad, you did something wrong, don't just sit and tell, oh, you're the worst one. Go and clean the toilet. Go and clean something up. Go and move, do something. Be more tolerant to others, help other people. Then if somebody says something to you, you're going to say, yeah, I deserve it. My ego is like that. May we find more forgiveness, inshallah, in this month. We didn't even start talking about forgiving each other. Forgiving each other, the Ummah has stopped that ability to forgive each other. This is what's going to happen on Judgment Day. The majority of the confusion is going to come, not because Allah is going to judge, but because we are going to judge each other. We are going to say, this is at fault, this one is at fault, this one is at fault. We can blame everything and everyone except for shaitan. So watch each other's rights, inshallah. Doesn't matter, young or old, man, woman, male, female. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Anlamadım. Huh? Okay. Evet. Any question? Yeah. Anything you want to say? Oh, feel free. If not, it's a nice day. Don't go to sleep. Do something. Women, you have any question? No. Women never speak, mashallah. Mm-hmm.
And how can we fight what's wrong while at the same time being tolerant?
It's a very good point you bring up. Fight what is wrong, but be tolerant. Because some people, you see, because every group is blaming each other, so they take the neutral stance. They pull out and they say, I'm not going to judge anyone. Everyone is okay. No, it's not. Not everyone is okay. You have to know what is right and you have to know what is wrong. When people say every group is attacking each other, we have to know what is right and what is wrong, not just to say this group is doing this group is doing that. Because not one group is perfect. Yes? Let's say just among the Ahl Sunnat people. Not one group is perfect. We're not looking for perfection. But truth is clear and falsehood is clear. If there is a place and all they're concerned about is money, that is wrong. If there is a place and they are being very busy with watching people and how they pronounce things only and not looking at other things, it is wrong. Okay? I know what you're saying. Sometimes I understand perfectly, because you enter into tariqat realizing that you are filled with dirt and you want to clean yourself and you want to enter and clean yourself and be quiet, but suddenly you enter and you don't feel qualified to talk about other people and how dirty they are, and you feel very uncomfortable because you still have to clean yourself, but the sohbats are talking about that. So how do you place yourself in that? This is how you need to make a separation. The separation is the person can be doing the wrong thing, but you don't hate the person. You hate the wrong action. How can you do this? We are talking about, let's say, the confusion of the Akhir Zaman. We're talking about confusion of different Muslim groups, for example. This is something that we want to talk amongst ourselves. We don't go out to go to that group and say, hey, you do something wrong. Hey, you do this. Hey, you do that. We don't. The reason why we're speaking about this is to be aware. To be aware that there are wrong things that are happening. Is it for us to judge them and to say that they are worse than us? No. Are we saying that we are better than them? No, we're not. Once we say, well, we are better than them, then that's a big question mark then to you. If you are doing good things and you are happy, you say, Alhamdulillah, I could have been worse than them, and I was. But Allah is pulling me to another way to make me understand now. And looking at all these other things, I realize I have all these other qualities also inside of me. So although you see there is a distance between you and that thing, you understand? There is a distance. We speak tough about people who are doing wrong, people from Christians or Jews or Muslims, but if they come here and they want to sit, they want to eat, they want to listen, we would be completely crazy if we start attacking them, right? We don't. And you've never seen me doing that. People cannot do that. Even if someone comes in and they wear wrong clothing, or they have this or they have that, we don't judge, correct? So this is the, let's say this is the paradox of it. Huh? This is the paradox. We must be very tough knowing what is right and wrong, but we must not hate the people who do it. And if the people turn a little bit, asking for what we have, taking from our sheikhs, we open our hearts to them. You understand? And if we think that we are better than them, then we're in trouble. Then we still haven't made so much progress. I still get very happy and very emotional when people, they accept Islam. Yes? People who are coming here and accepting our sheikh. And how many of us would want to remember that first time that we are coming here with all that passion and everything too? And that is a reminder to us. Not somebody who comes in and we say, oh, I'm here 10 years, I'm here 7 years, this one is just new. To say, Allah, Allah, mashallah, this one is still fresh, I'm an old one. I'm already, let's say, jaded, I'm already disillusioned, scarred, but this one is so fresh. I wish I'm like, so take lesson. This is how you're going to do. So which means that, and you will start understanding also people's sincerity. There are good people who do bad things. They can help it or they cannot help it, but they do bad things, they don't want that. And they will respond very good to you. Especially if you are saying something bringing the light of our Shaykh and the light of the Prophet ﷺ. Even if they are the worst ones, your heart must open to them. Yes? What are you going to do if a drunk man suddenly sees you in the middle of the night in full sunnah and started giving salawats and start crying? A man must be completely crazy to say, get away from me, you drunk man. You start crying and you say, this is a drunk man and he remembers his Allah. What about me? I don't have that much passion. Yes? That is better. And you'll start knowing the difference also. People who would dress like this, okay, and who would do things, good things, but they are not sincere. How you can see that when they are not really sincere? You see them getting angry at weird things, or they're mean, being mean, unkind, with weird things. Huh? Don't trust anyone who's dressing like this, for example, and then being cruel to the animals. Yes? So this is characteristics that your heart will start understanding. These are the characteristics. It doesn't matter who the person is. This person is kind. Doesn't look that great, he is kind. I respond. This one looks okay, but this one is looking at people with arrogance. There's a dirtiness that comes, especially with people who are religious and who dress religiously, and they act with arrogance and they act with cruelty. Yes? It's very dirty. Those people, I want to throw up. I just turn my head. I would rather see someone who is kind and sincere and light, but they are not carrying any sunnat with them, but they are nice. And I say those ones are protected. So what is it that we have to do? We take lesson. We must always take lesson to see something is wrong. Okay, all these different groups. Astaghfirullah. That's it. We should not do that. We should not even come close to that. This other group, they're doing this other thing. They are getting hung up on academic talks. Okay? That's no good. Sometimes we say that's no good. Sometimes we get very angry. Sometimes we make fun of it. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing, but I say it is no good. It is important also because now there's so much propaganda that must use the propaganda instead of advertisement. Okay? Everywhere they are putting things out there that steals your attention without you even knowing it and entering into your heart. Yes? Especially with the wrong things. But when it comes to the ways of Allah, people are afraid to use this, to be clear and straight also. They're afraid to. They say, if you do that, then you're going to become like them. It's kind of like a silly white people logic to say, we have to be tolerant. We have to be tolerant even to intolerant people. We have to be tolerant. You understand? What happens when you're tolerant to intolerant people? The intolerant people will kill you. And then what happens? There's tolerance. They think they're so good. Subhanallah. So, but we must know what is right and what is wrong. And over here, when we talk about those things, we also break it up. We don't just say like this, because of history, because of psychology, because of people. Yeah? And then it changes. We break it down so that you, with this sohbat now, you will know when you meet a person, with all of that inside of you, you will know how to reach to that person's heart, and you will know a little bit, you become a bit more skillful of understanding yourself and other people. This is the key. Huh? You understand yourself, you understand people a little bit more too. You understand how slick your ego is. Okay, then you understand people too. Then you're not going to get bought by people who cry or who do this or that. You know, like, no. Or you're not going to get so scared by people who look so tough. You say, no. This one you understand? Because when we talk about, we don't just talk about the confusion, we talk about the origins of the confusion and how to beat it. How to become better than that. These are the signs. So, inshallah, we don't want to become tricked in these times. We don't want to become tricked. Okay? If people want to come to us and say we must be together, I say yes. I'm the first one to say yes, we will be together. But we cannot have anger. You want to be together? Yes. But we cannot have you cursing at the Prophet or his Ahlul Bayt or the Sahaba Kiram. We cannot. or cursing at awliya Allah. We cannot. I can like you, but I'm not going to like you. It's nothing personal also. This is the thing, don't make it personal. Because those ones who are asking for unity in the time like this is terrible. You don't unite with your enemies. Since when? Since when in the time of, from the time of Adam alayhi salam, which ayat is saying you must unite with your enemies? There is something wrong there. Either you draw a line, you say, to you your religion or to me mine, yes? Or you defeat them, then you draw a line around them to say you live your life, you be you in your circle, and then let us be. Or they're going to overtake you and they're going to finish you. That's all. This is a little bit more difficult also because people are hearing us talking and about this wrong thing, that wrong thing, and they start thinking, yeah, we believe you, we are better than them. This is also something you have to fix. Or you go to the extreme of saying these people, they're criticizing everyone, they think they are so great. That is also wrong. It is not. A doctor can say there are so many diseases without having any emotional response to all those diseases. Yes? And say, oh, this is sick. Oh, you must be feeling pain. Yes, but take this, take that. You don't want to take it. Okay, bye-bye. Let's go. So, inshallah, may Allah keep us in safety. May Allah keep us with the safe ones, inshallah, and not make our heart to be pulled to the wrong ones. May Allah make all the sincere people to come together. May Allah make all those other ones to put their heads back to their shoulders and to wake up before it gets too late. May Allah not give us confusion. May Allah give us more clarity, inshallah, in things and to become stronger. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Very good. You see, you ask a question like that, it benefits people. This is the other thing too. People are not understanding how to get blessings. And you ask a question that's not a silly question. That's coming from your heart. You're really trying to figure something out. You're listening to sohbat, you're watching, you're thinking. You cannot come up with an answer. You talk and then you ask. You understand? It's not just a person sitting here just asking a question like this and like this. But every question, the answer that is given, even other questions, it benefits so many people. As long as these words are going to be listened to or to be read, it will benefit people. Who knows, this sohbat, that is just a question, is going to be written down, and people all over the world are going to read it. Does this concern them? Yes. This is not Malayani. This is not a question on fiqh or tajweed or academic or something. This concerns everyone, yes? It brings benefit. And if they bring benefit to them, you will get the blessings and the rewards too. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Tamam. Yes, Ali. Alaikum salam. Juma Mubarak. You alright? Oh, you got your fellow Egyptians around you, huh? All of them. Hey, why are you touching him? You're not Egyptian. Tawbah, astaghfirullah. They throw you out from Egypt, from every country in Africa. What is he? Ashanti. Okay. Anyway. Very good. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amen. السلام عليكم.
التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعيب عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إسماعيل عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا داود عليه السلام السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا سليمان عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا زكريا عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أرميا عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعياء عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد نبيك عدد ما خلقته من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدحية والجبال مرسية والبحار مجرأة والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب مستنيرة كنت حيث كنت لا يعلم أحد حيث كنت إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء عرشك وصل على سيدنا محمد زينة عرشك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 سماواتك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما أنت خالق فيهن إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة قطرت من سماواتك إلى أرضك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يسبحك ويهللك ويكبرك ويعظمك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم